Title: The last chapter. On a quiet Tuesday evening in a sleepy suburb outside Portland, the streets were washed in amber light from flickering street lamps. Most of the houses had their lights off. The world seemed at peace, and except for Harold Dent. Harold wasn't your typical criminal. He was in his late 50s, wiry and pale, with a permanent squint like he was always searching for something just out of reach. That something tonight was a leather-bound book, locked inside a parked silver Volvo on Willow Street. He crouched beside the car, glancing left and right. The book sat in plain view on the passenger seat, the Occult Lexicon 3rd edition. To most it was just a strange old volume, dusty and obscure. But to Harold it was priceless. He slid a small tool from his coat pocket, a relic from his younger, more reckless years. The lock clicked softly, almost too easily. But what Harold hadn't noticed was the blinking red light in the car EOS dash, a dash cam, live streaming to its owner's phone. And the owner, Officer Melanie Trujillo, was just finishing her coffee 3 blocks away. Harold opened the door, careful not to trigger the alarm. He reached in, trembling with anticipation, fingers grazing the book's worn cover. "Step away from the vehicle." The voice behind him was sharp, authoritative, and not in his imagination. Harold froze. He turned slowly, the book still in hand. Officer Trujillo stood a few feet away, her badge gleaming under the street lamp. One hand rested casually on her holstered taser, the other holding her phone, which still showed the live feed of Harold breaking in. "You're stealing a book?" she asked, almost incredulous. Harold nodded slowly. "It's important." She raised an eyebrow. "To you? To everyone? You have no idea what's inside." Trujillo sighed. "Let me guess, ancient secrets? Spells? Portals to another dimension?" Harold's eyes flickered with something like guilt or maybe truth. "Yes," he said simply. Trujillo took the book from his hands and flipped through the pages. Latin incantations, illustrations of arcane symbols. It looked like a prop from a bad movie. "Looks like you'll have plenty of time to read in lockup." Harold was cuffed and placed in the back of her cruiser. As the car pulled away, he stared at the book resting on the front seat. He wasn't angry. If anything, he looked relieved. Because in the end, he hadn't wanted to use the book, only to keep it away from someone else. And now, as the siren's wail faded into the night, Harold whispered to himself, "Let's hope she doesn't read aloud from page 93.